I was really tempted not to make a video because I'm absolutely fuming and disgraced by that performance Manchester United just put up tonight. That was a complete embarrassing performance. We keep saying this after majority of every single game so far. 5 losses out of the last 7 is absolutely embarrassing. But we keep on saying it. Worst performance of the season. When does it get better? And the question is, I can't actually answer because Manchester United, again, failed to show any passion. Old Trafford tonight was a library. Like Rasmus Højlund, sensational performance today, gets my man of the match, scores 2 goals, took the chances, well technically scored a hat-trick, but was offside for one of the goals, which was an actual offside, so obviously for once we actually won't blame VAR. We've criticised Rashford and Bruno and other senior players for weeks now, and now Onana. Onana's kind of been hiding behind Rashford and Bruno in plain sight, but he's been putting stinkers and making consistent mistakes. I'm going to say it, we might as well have kept De Gea at this point because Onana has not improved us at all. In fact, he's made us worse. He's not a confident goalkeeper. And I said this on my channel months ago, that when we lose David De Gea, because it was going to be inevitable, we knew David De Gea wasn't going to get a new contract. Whatever goalkeeper you sign will not be a better shot stopper than David De Gea. You might want to get a new goalkeeper to improve you playing out from the back. But Onana didn't even do that today. He got that. Him doing that, just one of his many mistakes tonight, caused him to get Casemiro sent off, which means he's now suspended for the next European game. I don't know how long the suspension's on for. It might be 2 games because it's 2 yellow cards and a red. So that's even worse. So Onana by himself has now made us automatically worse. Onana, for me, I've never done this before, but he gets a 1 tonight on the channel. That is the first time I've ever given a player a 1 out of 10. He was crap today. I don't care. He was absolutely terrible. Other players, below average. Rasmus Højlund is the only player that I'm going to give. Maybe Christian Eriksen as well are the only players that probably get above average tonight. Casemiro, he was brilliant in the first half. Got another yellow card, surprisingly, but it was a high boot when he didn't even make contact with the player. So I don't understand why that was given. And the red card, what can he do about it? Onana makes a terrible pass and passes it directly to a Galatasaray player. Casemiro to stop a goal, slide tackles the player goes down, it's another yellow card, and there's his red. And it's absolutely embarrassing. But Casemiro, he took one for the team, so I've got to give him a little bit of credit, but it didn't really help. Casemiro stopped a goal, gave away a penalty. Icardi thankfully misses, but then goes and scores like 6 minutes later, so it doesn't even matter. Marcus Rashford actually got took off today. Erik ten Hag must have realised at some point that Marcus Rashford just isn't cut out for it. I hope he's dropped against Brentford at weekend. Marcus Rashford today, that clear-cut chance where it was a brilliant ball by Eriksen. Rashford completely beating the Galatasaray player. And what have I said for weeks? That Marcus Rashford's issue at the moment is overthinking. Rashford last season wouldn't have even looked over his shoulder to think about passing to Bruno Fernandes. He would have rifled that into the far corner, not giving the Galatasaray keeper a chance to even blink. Never mind to make an attempt to save the ball. But what happened? Rashford stalled, he looked over his shoulder and he thought, should I pass, should I shoot? And by the time Galatasaray players are now back, makes a crap pass to Bruno that gets intercepted by a Galatasaray player, and that's a clear-cut chance, probably the best clear-cut chance of the game, wasted. It was a shambles performance again from Marcus Rashford. But Bruno Fernandes, the captain, terrible today again, and I don't know what's going on with Bruno Fernandes. Like, we were all celebrating him scoring that amazing goal against Burnley, but again, apart from that goal against Burnley, what has he done recently? Yeah, he was brilliant in Nottingham Forest, but that was what, 3-4 weeks ago? He's done nothing since. Bruno Fernandes is terrible at the moment. I don't know what's going on with him and Marcus Rashford especially. When them players have probably been our best players last year. It's an absolute joke. Let's actually analyse the game and what actually went wrong. Because Onana, we've already covered. He made so many mistakes. It's just awful. I'd even consider dropping him for the other goalkeeper. What is he called? Alantan Biende, whatever he's called. Never seen the kid play football in my life. I believe he's mid-25s. But you know what? I don't care. Onana is his keeper. And at this point, if you put a performance like that, you're gone. And I would personally drop him. I'm that fuming at Onana at the moment. Same with Rashford. I'd drop him. Same with Bruno. I'd drop him. Who for, may you ask? Here you go. Drop Onana for BND. Drop Bruno Fernandes for Eriksen. You have a midfield three of your Eriksen, Hannibal Mabry or Mount and Casemiro. Obviously, Casemiro not being suspended in the Premier League still, so we've got him for a weekend against Brentford, thankfully. Marcus Rashford, and you replace with Garnacho. There's your three players. You put them all on the bench and you let them see what they have done, because they are nothing at the moment. Raphael Varane took the responsibility, was captain against a 3-0 win against Crystal Palace last Tuesday, and we won 3-0. That is what a true captain performance was looking like with Raphael Varane. He took the armband with pride, and Bruno Fernandes at the moment just seems dull. He seems mundane. I love all these players that I'm criticising at the moment, but right now they're making it impossible to back him. What do you think about the players at the moment? For me, it's absolutely embarrassing. Erik ten Hag, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying Erik ten Hag out. I will never say that, because this is my rant now. This is the rant that, if you made it this far into the video, this is where I'm about to lose my shit. And that's because I am sick to death of seeing fans on social media, talking to fans outside Old Trafford, just bumping into fans in my workplace, in the street, pub, wherever you meet fans. It's always someone else's fault. It's Bruno's fault. It's Rashford's fault. It's Onana's fault tonight. It's Ten Hag's fault. Is the job for Erik ten Hag too much? How about we actually represent what our actual club name means, United, and let's actually unite and get together as a fan base and target the real, toxic poison that's running our football club, the Glazers. Now, rival fans, if you're watching this, I honestly don't care. You're probably just looking at this as another rival fan or another United fan moaning about the Glazers. But I'm sick to death of the Glazers not taking any responsibility. I am sick to death of it. I don't know how many times I have to repeat it. Stop blaming Erik ten Hag, stop blaming the players, and blame the actual owners. Now, yes, Erik ten Hag, the players, they do need to take accountability. Erik ten Hag is backing his players, and he's costing him games. The season's practically over now. We're probably closer to the Europa League than we are to actually qualifying and progressing through the Champions League. And I cannot do another fucking season of Thursday night football. It's painful. It's shit. And with the quality in the Europa League this season, we get knocked out of the round of 32. There's not a chance, there's not a hope in hell chance that we'd win the Europa League this year. You've got Liverpool, you've got Brighton, just to name a few. You've got Bayern Leverkusen, you've got Ajax. You've got so many world-class teams that are actual threats in Europe and are performing sensational this season. But what's happening? Manchester United, oh, we've dropped out of the Champions League. Let's try and win it. Let's spin it. All the media, the people in the competition be like, oh, the Europa League's such a respected competition. It's been throughout Europe's history. Manchester United think we can win this. Bollocks. If that happens and we drop into the Europa League, I will not make any content based on the Europa League if we drop out. I'd rather us finish 4th than watch Europa League, because I'd just rather that happen. Seriously, I would rather us just finish 4th, not have any European football for the rest of the season, then go into Europa League. That's how annoyed I am at the moment, because Manchester United should be a Champions League club. But this is it. This is the curse of Erik ten Hag. He did so well last season, turning around the worst Premier League side points tally-wise in our Premier League history, got us 3rd, and a Carabao Cup and another final. Unfortunately, we lost it 2-1 to Man City, who went on to win the treble. You already know the what happened. And then what happened? Manchester United thought, oh, we're Billy Big Bollocks. We can now compete with Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea are doing crap at the moment, but they've won a game more recent than us. So there's that thrown down the way. We can't say anything to Chelsea fans at the moment. We can't say anything to United fans. We've got Brentford at weekend and putting us down to lose. It's terrible the way we're performing at the moment. And I'm just frustrated and tired of it all. Thank God that is international break after this weekend. I never thought I'd say that, because I cannot stand the international break. And I swear to God as well, I hope Each player that gets called up for the international squad, Erik ten Hag rejects them and tells them you cannot go. We are working for the next week or two on our drills until you fix your performances. You're not going international break. And any player that does go on international break, I'll be calling out, because that is an absolute joke, in my opinion, because clubs should always come over country, in my opinion. But yeah, that's my rant over. I'm disappointed. I'm fuming. There's no words that I can think of that can describe my actual emotion right now. But let me know in the comments down below. Also, massive thank you to Webby and Webby and O'Neill channel for sharing the video last night. 1.9k views in the space of 24 hours. I just have to say a massive thank you to Webby and O'Neill and Webby himself personally, because I just appreciate you guys so much for helping out a smaller channel like me. You're massive inspirations to me. I just want to say thank you, and I hope you guys enjoyed the game for as much as you could. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you for watching Red Devils TV, and have a good rest of your night. Bye now.